Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and the Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 120-95 in the NBA Play-In Western Conference eighth seed play-in game. Now, this was not the most entertaining game of the whole play-in game. This was the biggest blowout of the whole play-in tournament. You pretty much had, almost all close games. Miami and the Atlanta game, it wasn't close, but it was only like 11. I think Miami won by Atlanta won by like 10 or 11. Wasn't a big blowout, but Miami was pretty close at the end. The Lakers-Wolves game went to overtime. Then the other games, the Raptors-Bulls, that went down to the end. And then the Pelicans-Thunder, that was close down the end. And then going into tonight, that was the Miami won by 10 or 11. So we haven't had a huge blowout in the play-in before tonight. As the Timberwolves win this one 120-95. I think the Timberwolves had a lot of size advantage against OKC. They don't have a real center in the lineup. I mean, you got the two Williams with Jay Williams, J-Dub. I think that's what they call him. And then you have Jalen Williams, which we call Jay. I think they call him Jay because so they don't have to say, oh, I don't know. It's the Jalen Williams thing is so confusing for the Thunder, though. I will say that. But the two Williams brothers. I want to call them brothers because they're the same last name. But you got the two Williams, and you got Shea, and you got Josh Giddey, and you got Dort. I think he's at least, 6'5", 6'6". And you got Cat and Rudy Gobert in the starting lineup for them. In my head, they're too small to face the Timberwolves. They were just crushed in size advantage in this one. This is a game where they play that they really miss Chet Holmgren. And this was a game what's the Thunder won that game against the Pelicans, I'm thinking, they should bring Chet back, have him play that game. Which at the same time, it wouldn't be worth it because it's just a playing game to play in a series against the Nuggets where you're not gonna win. You gonna maybe at least have a chance to win one game in that series because just how better of a team they are than you, and you don't want to risk Chet's health because of just one series compared to next season when the Thunder can be a way better team. So there was just no point to bring Chet back, and it's going to be amazing to see him in his official. I don't think they can call that his rookie season, but it's going to be his first year playing in the NBA, which I do believe he can still win Rookie of the Year because I remember Ben Simmons, he won Rookie of the Year. And he was in his second year, but his first year playing. So that is definitely possible for Chet Holmgren. He can definitely win Rookie of the Year next year. I do believe so. Do I think he will? Probably not. He'll have to play pretty well against his competition in Scoot Henderson and Wembanyama. But he should be up there with Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson if I am correct on that rule, or if that's still a thing that rookie players who didn't play in the rookie year can still win Rookie of the Year. But yeah, so I do say that this wasn't that very close game. It was sort of a close. It was a decent close first half. I mean, not really. What was it? A 10-point game going into halftime, 47-57. I think I'm right on that. And then the Timberwolves in the second half just broke it open. And this game was gone. But yeah, let's go over the stats. So Karl Towns had 28 points and 11 rebounds, 21 for Rudy Gobert. He was killer in this game. He also had a double-double, 10 rebounds. Anthony Edwards played way better in this game than he did. Only 9 points and made only one shot, I believe. Or made 2 or 1 shots, and most of his points came from the first. I think six of his points. No, he was 0 for 9 from 3, and I think only one of his buckets came from shooting. The rest of his buckets were free throws. But he did way better today. He had 19, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 for 8 from 3, 8 for 8, 19. Just did way better. Didn't even take a free throw shot, which were most of his points, or almost all of his points the other night against the Pelicans. So, not the Pelicans, yeah. No, that wasn't the Pelicans. The Lakers. But just a real struggle for him on Tuesday against the Lakers, and he did way better tonight. Nickeil Alexander-Walker had 12, 14 for Mike Conley, and all their starters were in double figures. Off the bench, you had 11 for Kyle Anderson in 32 minutes, 6 for Taurean Prince, 7 for Minot, 0 for Nathan Knight, which Minot tonight played 4 minutes. And Jordan McLaughlin played 7 minutes, had 0 points. 2 for Austin Rivers, who played 3 minutes. And Wendell Moore Jr. played 3 minutes, had 0 points. Let's go over the Thunder real quick. Jay Williams, which is the one that's not. They're both great players, but one is way better than the other. I mean, Jalen Williams is in the rookie. Well, they're both Jalen Williams, but the one that's spelled Jalen is in the Rookie of the Year conversation. They announced that today, and the 3 finalists are Walker Kessler, Paulo Banchero, and Jalen Williams himself. But J-Dub Williams, who I don't know what their nickname for the other Jalen Williams is, but I do know they call him J-Dub. But J-Dub Williams, he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, decent performance, 2 threes. And then the other Jalen Williams had 17 points, 5 assists, 4 for 8 from 3, and 5 for 10. Both Jalen Williams had both great rookie years. Maybe, the other Jalen Williams, the better one, had a little bit of a better year. But I think both players, did a great job for this organization this season. I think they're not a huge part. Like Josh and Shea did their parts in this team. They were the best, of the contribution of how good that team was. But those 2 rookies were excellent for this year, and that was great. That was a great draft picks by the Thunder there with getting those 2 guys. Absolutely great job. Shea, in his final game with the Thunder this season, 22 points, 12 for 12 at the free throw line, 5 for 19, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. What an amazing season he had. I think he's going to be even better next season. Can't wait to see it. Now, Josh Giddey, who was locked down against the Pelicans the other night, they figured him out, and I think that's a big reason why the Thunder lost this game. They guarded Josh Giddey well. He shot 2 for 13, 0 for 4 from 3, 2 for 2 at the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 6 points. They really figured him out tonight and played some great defense on him, and that was one of the big things that hurt the Thunder in this game. Lou Dort had 17 points, and he shot 4 for 8 from 3. With 8 rebounds. Then Thunder scoring off the bench. Isaiah Joe had 7 points in 21 minutes. 2 for Darius Saric in 13 minutes. 16 for Waters the third. 16 minutes and 5 points. 4 points for Ousmane Deng, who played 7 minutes. 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes for Trey Mann, and then he had 0. 15 minutes for Aaron Wiggins. He had 4, and that was it for the Thunder in this one. Tough way for the Thunder in their season, but they had a great year. They were projected to be one of the, on the top 3 bottom in the West. I'll be honest, I had them at 13. I had 15. I had San Antonio at 15. I had and as a Rockets fan, I had my Houston Rockets at 14, and then I had the OKC Thunder at 13. I can't personally say they were the biggest shock in the NBA this year, because I personally think that belongs to the Sacramento Kings, who, were the 3 seed in the West, broke a 17-year playoff drought, and were questionable to even make the play-in. And they're top 3. Besides the Kings, these guys played great. They were unexpected. They were not expected to be there, and I think they did great. And not only in the season, but in the play-in tournament against the Pelicans, not that great of a night tonight, but I think they're going to be better than ever next season. I see them as, a Cavaliers team from last year. Look at a Cavs team who they were expected to maybe make the playoffs. They played well last season to potentially make the playoffs. I mean, they were at the 5 seed at times, the 6 seed. Then they fell down to the 7 seed in the playoffs and lost twice in the play-in to the Brooklyn Nets and to the Atlanta Hawks, and they missed the whole play-in. And then they improved. I know people say Donovan Mitchell's a huge reason why the Cavs got better. That is true, but I think a lot of other guys improved. I think Garland has improved a lot. And I think that some other guys like Mobley and Allen have improved. I think Mitchell is a big part, right? But I think a lot of guys on their team have improved. I think players on the Thunder will improve this season. I think they will also add help. I think, some free agents possibly will want to come to OKC just because of the young strength they have, the potential talent they have, the potential future they have. That could be a potential destination for some free agents. They still have draft. I don't know where they'll be picked. They'll be in the lottery. I don't know. We don't know where. We'll have to wait till the lottery. But they will be in the lottery, in this year's lottery. I don't know if I think they might have I think they could have the Clippers pick. No, they don't have the Clippers pick because my Houston Rockets have the Clippers pick. But I know they have at least another first-round pick besides their own pick. So they got a good future. Chet's coming back next season. They have a couple other first-round picks, I believe, in this year's draft. At least one, though. So they got that. I think free agents will be a potential. That's going to be a potential thing for them. I think maybe a trade or two is possible for the Thunder as well. So I think the Thunder are a team who going to be like a Cavs team who played a great last season. I'm comparing them to last season. Cavaliers 21-22 season. They played great basketball all year. They missed the playoffs. They got eliminated in the play, and then they revamped their roster, got Donovan Mitchell, and then they're now a top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. So I'm not saying I don't. Maybe that could be possible. We'll see how much the Thunder do, but I think the Thunder will be a good enough team next year to potentially not even have to play in the play-in tournament. I'm just throwing that out there. I could see them being top 6 in the West. But you guys have any thoughts on the game? And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Timberwolves will play the Nuggets in the first round, and I think that's going to be a great series. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.